After former Eternal Flyweight champion Steve Astro Boy Erceg vacated his title earlier this year once being signed to the UFC, it was up to the remainder of the division to stamp their case as to why they deserve to be the next athletes to challenge for the Flyweight Championship. After both amassing impressive win streaks inside the Eternal Cage, Frank the Tank Jankowski and Anthony Drilich rose through the division's ranks and will now do battle for the vacant flyweight title. Boasting a professional record of 5 wins for just 1 loss, Anthony Drilich rides a 3-fight winning streak into his first championship opportunity under the Eternal banner. Anthony's recent run of form was punctuated with one of the most brutal knockouts which we have ever seen inside the Eternal Cage. At Eternal 68, just over 90 seconds into his fight against Michael Barber, Anthony landed about as perfectly placed a left hand as you'll see, sending an unconscious Michael Barber straight to the canvas. On the feet, Anthony's a tricky southpaw who strikes well in transition and has great vision in the pocket. And when things hit the ground, he's a slick brown belt with great get-ups and fantastic submission defense. After a stellar amateur career, Frank the Tank Jankowski made his professional debut at Eternal 60, where he secured a dominant second-round TKO victory over Jack Hayes with relentless ground and pound. Since making the jump into the professional ranks, Frank has reeled off 3 straight victories, with hard-fought battles against Matt Gibson and Harv Mohar in his most recent triumphs, in which Frank has showed fight IQ beyond his experience, with beautiful displays of his well-rounded skill set. There are few athletes on the Eternal roster which blend the wrestling in with their striking, as well as Frank Jankowski. If Frank can look to use sound defensive footwork on the feet, and then put to use his impeccable striking to wrestling transitions, he may be able to find prolonged portions of top control, which can go a long way to having that belt wrapped around his waist. Anthony does likely possess a slightly higher output on the feet. If Anthony can continue to move Frank backwards and striking combinations throughout this fight, that seems to be where Frank's striking output can start to slow. In this case, Anthony can then look to accumulate rounds on the judges' scorecards or find a fight-ending opening for that heavy left hand. We'll find out when it all goes down, live and exclusive on UFC Fight Pass.